You and your friend each put away $100 a month. Same income, same discipline, same 20 years. But at the end, your friend walks away with more than double your money. Not because they worked harder, because their money lived in a different place. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly where yours should live. Here is the simplest way to see it. Your money can live in two places: a vault or a field. The vault is your savings account. Money goes in, money sits still, money stays safe. The field is investing, money goes in, gets planted, and grows into something bigger. Most people only ever use the vault, and that feels responsible. But watch what actually happens inside it. The vault pays you interest. A tiny trickle, 1%, maybe 2% on a good day. Meanwhile, inflation quietly raises the price of everything around you by 2, 3, sometimes more percent every single year. So your money sits perfectly still while the world gets more expensive around it. The number on the screen never goes down. But what that number can buy shrinks year after year. That is the dirty secret of the vault. The safest place for your money guarantees a slow leak. Now the field. Investing simply means using money to own things that grow. Pieces of businesses, assets that produce value while you sleep. Historically, broad long-term investing has averaged somewhere around 7 to 10% a year. No guarantees, and definitely not in a straight line. Some years the field floods and you watch it drop 20%. Other years it blooms 30%. The growth is real, but the ride is bumpy. That bumpiness is the price of admission. The vault charges you a leak, the field charges you a stomachache. So let's run the actual numbers. $100 a month for 20 years. In the vault, you end up around $26,000. In the field, growing at historical averages, closer to $59,000. Same sacrifice, double the result. Stretch it to 30 years and the gap stops being a gap and becomes a canyon. The vault gives you roughly $45,000. The field, around $150,000. That is not a detail. That is a different life. So investing wins, right? Empty the vault? Plant everything? No. And this is where most people get burned. Because the field has one brutal rule. You can only harvest on the field's schedule, not yours. If life punches you in the face during a bad year, and you are forced to dig up your crops in the middle of a crash, you lock in the loss forever. People who invest with no safety net don't lose because investing fails. They lose because life forces them to sell at the worst possible moment. Which means the real answer is not vault versus field. It is vault then field in the right order. First, fill the vault with 3 to 6 months of expenses. This is your oxygen. It is allowed to leak because its job is not to grow. Its job is to stand between you and disaster, so you never have to touch the field in a storm. Second, any money you will need within the next 5 years, a home deposit, a car, a wedding, stays in the vault too. The field is too bumpy for short trips. But third, every dollar beyond that, money you will not need for 5, 10, 20 years, belongs in the field. That is where time smooths out every bump. And compounding quietly does the heavy lifting. So look at your money tonight and ask each dollar one question: when will I need you? Soon, you go to the vault. Not for years, you go to the field. Because savers protect money, and investors grow money. But wealthy people, they do both, in exactly that order.